Okay.
You gotta mute yourself.
Mayor, please call this meeting to order. And could you rise for a salute to the flag and remain standing for a moment of silence for the mother of Christy Ferrugia.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'd like to start by making a motion to appoint our district clerk and have her take her oath of office. Do I have a first on that motion? Second? All in favor?
Aye.
And I will now, let's see. Right, I'm going to give an oath of office to Tony Greco, the newly elected school board trustee.
I make a motion
No.
to nominate?
No, not
No? Okay.
yet. Okay. Now I'm going to, does anybody have a nomination for the office of president?
I nominate Tony Greco.
Are there any other nominations? May I have a move? From Tara? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, you take it.
At this time, I'd like to nominate Laura Reach for Vice President of Wantagh School Board. And I have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5. Nominations of appointment of officers. The Audit Committee. The Board President, Anthony Greco. Tara Cassidy as board member. And our 3 community members, Christopher Austin, Danielle DeSerbo, and Jonathan Spisto. And I have a motion. Second? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Treasurer. Be resolved that Veronica Hurley be appointed as treasurer of the Wantagh Union Free School District for the 2021-22 school year. I have a motion.
Move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The District Clerk Pro Tem. Resolved that the Vice President of Wantagh Board of Education will be appointed as District Clerk Pro Tem for the Wantagh Union Free School District for 2021-22 school district at no salary. Deputy Treasurer. It's resolved that Colleen Testa be appointed as Deputy Treasurer of the Wantagh Union Free School District for the 21-22 school year. Item 6, other appointments. The board shall appoint the following positions: General and Labor Counsel, Bond Counsel, Fiscal Advisors, School Physicians, External Auditor, the Claims Auditor, the Internal Auditor. Do I have a motion? Second? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Nassau County Auxiliary Police. Be resolved, the Nassau County Auxiliary Police be appointed to patrol the school district properties at a rate of $2,400 for the 2021-22 school year. Committees on Special Ed, Preschool Special Ed, and the Subcommittee on Special Ed. The Committee on Special Education, Committee on Preschool Special Education, the Building Visitation Committee, and the committees on district-wide school safety teams, AIDS Advisory Committee, Health and Safety Committee, and Wellness Committees. Do I have a motion? Second. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
The Dignity Act coordinators. Item 7, bonding of personnel. Item 8, designations. Newspapers for legal advising, authorization to publish financial statements, meeting dates for the Board of Education, and the annual reorg meeting for next July 6th. Do I have a motion? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 9, authorizations. The Board of Education shall authorize designation of persons responsible for certification of payroll and designation of district purchasing agent. The insurance coverage and consultants, our Medicaid loss prevention and billing services, records management and access officer, residency hearing officer, the 504 district officer, our district liaison for the education of homeless children and youth, the designated education officer, a Title IX compliance officer, chief privacy officer, data protection officer, our asbestos designee, officers of the extra classroom and activity funds. Do I have a motion? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 10. Other items, adoption of impartial hearing officers, the mileage reimbursement, policies, and our senior citizen passes. Do I have a motion? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
I make a motion to adjourn the reorganization meeting. Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All right, at this time, we're going to move into our regular agenda for the evening. We've had our salute to the flag and a moment of silence. We have the approval of minutes, item D, June 17th and the 21st. And the acknowledge and acceptance of financial reports and budget transfers as printed. Do I have a motion? Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Item F, communications to the board. Communication was received from Whitney Ader, Brian and Katie Ellis, Ari Grace, the Lennon family, Nicholas Rodriguez, Mary Ellen Humphrey, Vincent Ciro, Vito Asaro, Katie Matthews, and Marilyn Rich. Item G, our superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Greco. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. John McNamara, Superintendent of Schools. We appreciate you taking a few minutes with us. Report is pretty straightforward tonight. We're certainly thankful for a really nice close to our school year. We had some outstanding end-year celebrations. It was really nice to get back to a true sense of normalcy for those events. We had our high school graduation, which really went well. It was nice to be out on our football fields and recognize our seniors that had such a difficult year. And it was nice to really end on a nice note with them. Their senior prom went extremely well. And then all of our moving up ceremonies from our elementary schools to our middle school crossing over, some really nice events. So congratulations to all of those that are moving up and on. And I thank the board for their ongoing support of all those end-year events. And then some of our summer programming is underway. This year we started our middle school summer academy that started up this week, as well as our reading and math support at the elementary level. So we're happy to start that this week. We'll be meeting throughout the summer to continue our planning for September of 21, and really looking forward to an outstanding school year for our students in September. I'll turn it back over to Mr. Greco.
Thank you, Mr. McNamara. Item H, report of the administration. Item H1, personnel actions, instructional staff. Item H1A, B, C, and D. Can I have a motion? Second? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Item H, E, F, G, and H. Can I have a motion? Second? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
I'm just going to add one thing to item G, to the summer personnel appointments. Dr. First.
Yeah, we have 2 additional teachers were needed for our summer program at Wantagh Elementary School to handle the staffing. That was 2 teachers at $50 per hour, working Tuesdays and Thursdays only. That would be Anya Hickson and Shannon Glenn. We also needed, we had 2 students who had some medical needs, and so we wanted to make sure we had nurses on staff. That would be Jill Logan and Tracy Brady, all at the same rate of $50 an hour.
That's it. Item H2, personnel action, civil service. Item H2A, resignations. Item H2B, amended appointments. Item H2C, appointment. And item H2D, non-instructional pay rates. Item H2E, non-instructional substitutes. We have a motion. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Item 3, contractual and other authorizations. Item 3A, 3B, 3C, and 3D. Do I have a motion? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Item 3E, F, G, and H. Do I have a motion? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Item I, J, K, and L. Do I have a motion? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Item M. Item M. Do I have a motion? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item J. New business. J1, policy revision. In keeping with the current laws and consistent with the practice of updating our policies, a policy is being submitted for a first reading. The recommended motion that the Board of Education accept for a first reading the attached policy number 4420R, class size regulation. And item J2, approval of committees on special ed and preschool special ed. Recommendations. Do I have a motion? Second? All in favor?
Aye.
I have a motion to adjourn.
Mr. President. Oh.
A second? All in favor?
Aye.
At this point, the microphone and the floor is open if anyone has any comments. Questions?
Anything that like next year in terms of masks, vaccines, all this, that I'm sure we're all wondering.
Sure, thank you. Appreciate the question. So no news on that front, no updates for the community yet. We're still operating under the Department of Health guidance, which, as of right now, mask wearing still stands. But I know that's hopefully will be revisited. We'll wait and see on that.
Lights is still the mask wear. There's no latitude based on what's going on in the area to say maybe it could be optional.
That's a great question. I've gotten that question frequently over the past several months. Unfortunately, that does not exist. You've seen when some districts have attempted to do that very thing, and the strong response that then they receive from the state.
I don't know if a lot of people are aware of this, but the CDC did their own mask study, and it showed that it's no difference in how mask wearers and non-mask wearers, but they still recommend that we wear masks.
Yeah, so
That
the,
doesn't make
so,
any sense to me.
so the way it works is, we have to follow New York State Department of Health guidance, right? That's what we have to follow. So the CDC will make those recommendations. New York State Department of Health then adjust their policies. And then the last update that we received at the beginning of June, it still had that requirement. We took the step of relaxing mask wearing outdoors, which they allowed us to do. But still no change in the indoor recommendation. Yeah, understood. Understood. Thank you.
All right, just for the panelists who were on the computer who couldn't hear the question was about masks and usage in September. And as of now, there has been no change in any of the guidelines. And that's what the conversation was. We're sorry that you couldn't hear it. There's no other questions? One other?
To know about critical race theory, if it's going to be in any of the curriculums.
Yeah, that's not really something we've ever taught nor teach in the schools. That's really more of a college level thing.
I'm
that-
sorry, I don't hear you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me just take my mask. Yeah, we don't teach that in the schools at any level. We never have, and we don't plan to. That's more of a college level course that you might sign up for, but we don't do that in our elementary schools, middle school, or high school.
That makes me insanely happy. I have something else just to bring up. Obviously, it can't be checked. I just want to. I just want to express it. I just find a lot of the books that are getting recommended to the kids are a disgrace. And I'm so frustrated. Last year, when my daughter had a choice of books that I could choose, I was the happiest mom on the planet. This year, I don't know. I forgot the book actually. I forgot it's 8th grade book. Will the 8th grade have to read it? And my daughter has passed 200. I started reading it. It's right. I mean, of all things, right after COVID. I mean, it's apocalyptic. It's a lot of characters are committing suicide. They're lockdowns. They have no food. They have no heat. The main character, they have a thing about God. It has a little political in it. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm thinking to myself, right after COVID with the lockdowns, and we still don't know what's going to happen in the future. We're reading this book. And then I went ahead. She's not there yet, but it's talking about a volcano erupting, and they're going to be boarding up their windows, and they have to stay in their house. They can't leave. And it's just like major mayhem and total depression. And then on top of that, there's one other thing now it escapes me. But like, what about like, for example, I read this book a while ago. It's called Unstoppable, and it's about real people going through really difficult situations in their life. Like almost like Ben Carlson, like where he was really poor and he became a neurosurgeon. But like all just it's a book with a lot of different stories. So they're mini stories, and it talks about what they've had to go through to become successful in their life. Now that would be a book. You know what I mean? Like where on earth to be getting these book ideas? And when they gave the books last year, it's about murder. It's about like having 2 dads, or it's having like, it's like, are you kidding me again? I'm like losing my mind with these books. I'm like, I'm afraid what she's reading. Or like something else that had to do almost like Hunger Games or something. It wasn't Hunger Games. It was something. And she's like, she hates all of these books. My kid does not like to read. I have to force her. It's horrible. I said, the minute school ends, you're reading this book, we're getting it done. So this way you're done with it. You can enjoy your summer. She's at past 200 already.
Maybe we could, if you wanted to reach out to me, we could talk on the phone, or you can email me. The middle school program uses a reading workshop where there are choices. So there should be choices like you described. So if you could just, if you want to leave your name, or we could talk tomorrow and I could specifically address some of the books that you're talking about.
And actually, in particular, it's 8th grade. They didn't give them a choice. The whole
Okay.
8th grade has to read this book.
8th going into 9th or 7th going to 8th?
8th going into 9th.
I see. Okay.
So it might be a little bit different.
So for those of you at home that might not have been able to hear, the question was about critical race theory, whether we teach it in the schools. We said we did not. And then the other question was about the book choices for the summer reading for an 8th grader going into 9th grade.
So I'm glad I got to tell you all that. Because this is what they read. Oh my gosh, I was depressed reading this. I started reading it just curious, just so I kind of motivate her. Oh, so just wanted to let you know.
Thank you for your comments.
John, we have one question online.
Okay, the question online is from Vincent Ciro Sr. Are all the agenda items involving finances that were approved in the beginning of this meeting included in our current budget? The answer
Yes.
from Mr. Cedrone is yes. Those are all from our current budget.
No further questions. We adjourn the meeting tonight. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.